Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Shah Sir Classes and Evershine Coaching Center. My dear students, today I am going to start the new chapter for class 8th NCERT, CBSE board and even the Karnataka state board. The chapter name is Squares and Square Roots. So this is the new chapter for class 8th, Squares and Square Roots. In this video we are going to discuss the basics related to squares and square roots, and along with that I'll let you know we are going to cover the concepts, that is square numbers. Okay, so this is the syllabus. First I am going to give you the overview of the entire syllabus. What are the things are present in this chapter? That is square numbers and their properties. Square numbers and their properties, and then finding the square of a number, then square roots, then we are finding the square root by division method, then square roots of decimals. We are going to understand how to find the square roots of decimals, and then estimating square root. So this is the complete overview of the entire syllabus. Now let's begin. Okay, my dear students, first you should know about the square number. Okay, and I request all the students, the one who are watching this video, please copy down the points along with the explanation. Okay, simultaneously you need to understand the syllabus, understand the explanation, and also you are supposed to copy down the notes. Okay, good. Square number. Now what is a square number? What number we called as a square number? As we know that a natural number is called a perfect square. A natural number is called a perfect square or a square number ओके, हम नेचुरल नंबर को हम क्या बोलते हैं? परफेक्ट स्क्वायर बोलते हैं या स्क्वायर नंबर भी बोला जाता है. ओके, नाउ इफ इट इज द स्क्वायर ऑफ सम नेचुरल नंबर, if it is the square of some natural number, if it is the square of some natural number. Okay, let me take example. 1 is a natural number. Okay, so a natural number is called a perfect square or a square number if it is the square of some natural number. You take 1, that is 1 is a natural number. It has come from the square of a natural number, that is 1 square. 1 square is 1. Let you take natural number 4. How did we get 4? You take one natural number, square, you do square for that natural number, you got 4. Next 9. How did we get 9? You take one natural number, square for that, you have got a new number, that is called as a perfect square. Is this clear? Are you understanding? 1, that is 1 square. 4 is nothing but 2 square. 9 is nothing but 3 square. 16 is nothing but 4 square, and so on. So here we can say that thus 1, 4, 9, 16, etc. These all we call it as perfect squares. These all numbers we call it as perfect squares. Okay, आप इधर पे देख सकते हैं हमारे पास जो नंबर है 1 है. 1 कहाँ से मिला? वही सेम, आई मीन वी हैव टेकन वन नेचुरल नंबर, हम एक नेचुरल नंबर लिए थे, उसको हम स्क्वायर किए, तो हमारे को क्या मिला, 1 मिला. ओके, ये 1 को स्क्वायर करने से हमारे को 1 मिला. नेक्स्ट नेचुरल नंबर इज 2 को स्क्वायर कीजिए तो 4 मिला. यू टेक वन नेचुरल नंबर 3, यू डू 3 स्क्वायर, व्हाट यू गॉट 9. यू टेक नेक्स्ट नेचुरल नंबर 4, you do 4 square, you got 16. So this 1, 4, 9, 16, these all numbers we call it as perfect squares. These all numbers we call it as perfect squares. Is this clear? Good. Now my dear students, one thing you need to understand now, that is the properties of perfect squares. Properties of perfect squares. Okay, now first property. What is the first property, children? This is very important. I am giving you the logic how to remember these properties. Okay, first property is a number ending in like 2, 3, 7 or 8 is never a perfect square. Is never a perfect square. A number ending with 2, 3, 7 और 8 is never a perfect square. जो भी नंबर एंड हो रहा है, जैसे कि 2, 3, 7 और 8 ये नंबर से एंड हो रहा है, तो कभी भी परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नंबर नहीं होगा. इट विल बी नेवर ए परफेक्ट स्क्वायर. जो भी नंबर 2, 3, 7 और 8 से एंड होगा, ओके, वो कभी भी परफेक्ट स्क्वायर नंबर नहीं होगा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लेट वी टेक वन स्मॉल एग्जाम्पल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस बेसिक. ओके, 1057. ओके, 1057. in this number, okay, can you tell, is it a perfect square? 1057, this number, is it a perfect square? Yes or no? I am asking you, 1057, is it a perfect square? As you can see here, the last number is ending with 7, so we can say that this is not a perfect square. This is not a perfect square. So simple, right? बस आपको नंबर देखना है. Just you have to see the number in this. If it is ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8, then directly you can tell that it is not a perfect square. Now let me take one more example. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Is it a perfect square? See the last number. Last number is ending with what? 3. Is it a perfect square? No, it is not a perfect square. Similarly, let me take 7, 9, 2, 8. Is it a perfect square? Last number is ending with 8. As we know that 2, 3, 7 or 8, if it is ending, it is not a perfect square. Right? Next, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Is it a perfect square? No. 1069. Is it a perfect square? As you can see, the last number is ending with 9. Right? Is it a perfect square? Yes. Why? Because as I have said you, if the numbers are ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8, only these numbers, only if the number is ending with only these 4 digits, that is 2, 3, 7 or 8, then it is not a perfect square. If it is coming some other number rather than 2, 3, 7 or 8, then it is a perfect square. Same way, 2061, is it a perfect square? 2067, is it a perfect square? Quick. Is it a perfect square? 2061. But according to this problem, this is not a perfect square. In some cases, there is an exception where it is a perfect square. So especially with respect to 1, you need to be very careful. Okay, for example, you take 121. Is it a perfect square? Yes. Here also you can see it is ending with 1 only, but still it is a perfect square. Right? But here it is ending with 1, but here it is not a perfect square. But how to identify, I'll be teaching you in the next classes. Okay, no need to worry because we are going step by step. Understood? How to find the square root, we'll be doing it. But here just you need to remember these cases. Is with respect to 1, in some cases it is a perfect square, in some cases it is not a perfect square. But majorly you need to understand these things. Majorly you need to understand these things here. Is this clear? What is that? That is, if the numbers are ending with 2, 3, 7 or 8, then it is never a perfect square number. Any doubts? Concepts are clear? Good. So this is your first property. Now we will be discussing the second property. What is the second property? That is, make a note, a number ending in an odd number, a number ending in an odd number of zeros is never a perfect square. Is never a perfect square. A number ending in an odd number, अगर से नंबर ऑड नंबर से एंड हो रहा है, ऑड नंबर ऑफ जीरोस, is never a perfect square. Are you getting my point? If a number ending in an odd number of zeros, then it is not a perfect square. Next, third property, the square of an even number, the square of an even number is always even. The square of an even number is always even. Can you tell me which are the even numbers? Like 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. These all are even numbers. You do 2 square, you get 4. You do 4 square, you get 16. You do 6 square, you get 36. You do 8 square, you get 64. As you can see, the numbers which I have obtained from the even numbers, this is also even. Okay. Next property, the square, similarly, the square of an odd number, the square of an odd number is always odd. Similarly, you can take 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay, if you do square, you will be getting odd number only, like even numbers. Okay, good. Next, the square of a proper fraction, the square of a proper fraction is smaller than the fraction, is smaller than the fraction. Just to remember this property. Anyhow, we will be solving some problems related to each property. I'll be showing you. Okay, the square of a proper fraction. Later I'll discuss with you all about what is proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction. We have different types of fractions. Okay, now you need to remember only this, the square of a proper fraction. For the proper fraction, if you do square, okay, the value what you get, it is smaller than the fraction. जो fraction होता है उससे छोटा होता है. Okay, the square of a proper fraction, the square of the proper fraction is smaller than the fraction. Okay, next property, for every natural number, for every natural number n, we have, for every natural number n, we have n plus 1 whole square minus n square, n plus 1 whole square minus n square is equals to n plus 1 plus n. For every natural number n, we have n plus whole square minus n square is equals to n plus 1 plus n. Next property, for every natural number for every natural number n, we have, okay, that is sum of the first n odd natural numbers, sum of the first n odd natural numbers is equals to n square, is equals to n square. And the next property, this is very important property, that we call it as Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplets, very important property. You should never miss this property, that is Pythagorean triplets. Okay, so Pythagorean triplets are nothing but, we have three natural numbers in this. They will be giving three natural numbers. Let me take example, three natural numbers m, n, p. Okay, let me take three natural numbers as m, n, p are said to form. Now we are telling that these three natural numbers are said to form a Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. Okay, is this clear? Is said to form Pythagorean triplet, that is m, n, p, if m square plus n square is equals to p square. You should know this property. Okay, if m square plus n square is equals to p square, if it satisfies this condition, let you take any number in place of m, let me take any natural number in place of n, let me take any natural number in place of p. When you do this, m square plus n square, that should be equal to p square. If it satisfies this condition, then it is said to be Pythagorean triplet. Okay, ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು m ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮತ್ತೆ n ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ LHS ಮತ್ತೆ RHS ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಬೋತ್ LHS and RHS should be equal, then it is said to be Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so from the Pythagorean triplet we have got important result. What is the important result? Please copy down this. For every natural number, let me take m is greater than 1, m is greater than 1, then we have 2m comma m square minus 1 comma m square plus 1 as a Pythagorean triplet, as the Pythagorean triplet. Important property you should know. When is this? When m is greater than 1. When m is greater than 1, the given natural number, if it is greater than 1, then you have to take 2m comma m square minus 1 comma m square plus 1 to find the Pythagorean triplet. Let me take one small example to understand this concept. Okay, for example, let m is equals to 4. They will give you the value m is equals to 4. Now can you frame the Pythagorean triplet? बस हमारे को m की वैल्यू 4 दिया गया है, हमारे को Pythagorean triplet बनाना है. How can you make the Pythagorean triplet? By taking m only one value, that is m equals 4. Simple. You can take this property, 2m comma m square minus 1 comma m square plus 1, substitute in place of m 4, put m is 4, then what happens? 2 into 4 comma, again in the place of m, substitute 4 square minus 1 comma 4 square plus 1. Done. Now as you can see, 2 4s are 8 comma 4 square. 4 square means 4 into 4. 4 4s are 16. Okay, 4 square is 16 minus 1. 16 minus 1 is how much? 15. Comma, again you do 4 square, 16 plus 1 is 17. So this is our Pythagorean triplet. This is our Pythagorean triplet. For example, now I want to do the verification. Suppose in your exam they have given you this question and they are asking you to identify which is a Pythagorean triplet. Out of these three numbers, 8, 15, 17, is it a Pythagorean triplet? As I have given you the logic. What is the logic? That is m square plus n square is equals to p square. Let me take m is 8, n is 15, p is 17. This is one logic. If not, what you can do, in 8, 15, 17, which is the bigger number? In 8, 15, 17, which is the bigger number? 17. 17 is bigger number. You keep it in the RHS. The bigger number, keep it in the RHS. The smaller numbers, keep it in the LHS side. Just you can write like this. That is 8 plus 15. Okay. Just you take smaller number separate is equals to bigger number. Bigger number 17. Which are the smaller numbers compared to 17, 8 and 15? You add this. Then you do square on all the sides. On both the sides. 8 square plus 15 square plus 17 square. Now you can calculate. As you can calculate here, what will be the answer? Quick, I want the answer. What is 8 square? 8 is 64. 15 square, 15 into 15. 15 15 is 225 is equals to 17 square. What is 17 into 17? 289. Now can you add 64 plus 225? It is 289 is equals to 289. Now we can say that LHS is equals to RHS. Therefore 8, 15, 17 are Pythagorean triplets. Like this we are supposed to identify. So I have given you the logic and also I have given you the standard form. The standard form to find a Pythagorean triplet, that is 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1, when m is greater than 1. As you can see, the value of m is 4. It means it is greater than 1. Since it is greater than 1, you can apply this condition. Okay, is this clear? Good. Now my dear students, I hope you are understanding the basics. This is very important basics before we could start up this chapter. Now can you tell me the squares of the numbers? Let me see. Let me take number and let me to take their squares. Okay, square, quick. Let me take number 1. What is the square of 1? Quick, I want at least these numbers you have to remember. What is 1? What is the square of 1? 1 square. 1 number is 1. If you do 1 square, 1 ones are 1. 2. 2 square, 4. 3. 3 square, 9. 4. 4 square, 16. 5. 5 square, 25. 6. 6 square, 36. 7. 7 square, 49. 8. 8 square, 64. 9. 9 square, 81. 10. 10 square, 100. Okay. Now similarly, next, tell me soon. 11. What is 11 square? 11 11s are 121. 12. 12 12s are 144. 13. 13 13s are 169. Next, 14. 14 14s are 196. 15. 15 15s are 225. 16. 16 16s are 256. 17. 17 17s are 289. Then 18. 18 18s are 18 18s are 324. 19. 19 19s are 361. 20 20s are 400. My dear students, I want minimum you are supposed to remember these all squares. These squares we call it as perfect squares. Okay, 1 4 9 16 25. Can you see? These all numbers we call it as perfect square numbers. These all numbers, what we call them as? Perfect square numbers. 1 4 9. 1 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square. Why 9 is perfect square? If you take any number, if you do square for that number, you should get the number. That number we call it as perfect square. जो भी आप नंबर लेंगे उसको स्क्वायर कीजिए. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ನಾವು ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Did you understood, my dear students? Good. I hope you have understood till here. Okay, now in the next class we will be discussing the problems related to these all properties and along with your work examples of this chapter and even exercise problems. Okay, still if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel Shah Sir Classes, kindly do subscribe it and click the bell icon and select all, so that you can find the updates and important notifications from our end time to time. Share this video as much as possible with your all friends and also with your classmates. If you have liked this class, click the like button. Okay, comment below how was this class and what video you want to make me next. Take care. Okay, we'll be coming with the next session, the problems related to this chapter. Take care.